think that Beyond has a little bit more star power. I do think that obviously he's got a much larger fan base than Gumiho in current era, which is understandable. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Golden Aura, we have our Danish Protoss player representing Psy Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax, leading the series 1-0. And spawning one moment in the top left hand corner of Golden Aura, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing Team Super. It is Nina. We go. The PvPs are upon us. Again, we missed out on game number 1, unfortunately. Did miss out on that first game. It was on Radisson Station, and it looked like it led into the mid game, as it should on Radisson Station. At least the mid game, I should say. But now we're getting into game number 2, jumping in mid-series, and MaxPax goes for a gate expand. Very economic opener out of our red Protoss, which is to be expected. We see Nina going for a 2-gate opener. Okay, so to wind it all back and to explain this situation, there is no ramp coming into the natural base, so typically in a PvP, it is not safe to go for a gate expand. It is not safe to go for an economic opener, so Nina is going for a 2-gate, which is to be expected, and MaxPax is one of the few players out there in the world at the highest level where he is confident going for a gate expand even on a map as unsafe as Golden Aura. So basically MaxPax, he's throwing down the gauntlet. He's saying, what are you going to do about this? Are you going to just be behind economically, or are you going to all-in me? And even if Nina goes for an all-in, MaxPax, he is just so well versed at defending all-ins that it's what he wants. It's what he likes it. He likes it. So we'll see if this probe throws down a pylon, and if we go for a proxy robo. For now, again, 2-gate opener, and Nina, it's either she plays from behind economically or she goes all in. And she's going all in. Pylon is thrown down. This should be for a proxy robo, but we'll see. It could be for a 3rd gateway, just to be all in on pure gates. There it is. Twilight Council, not a robo here from Nina. It's going to be setting up for Blink. The pylon is thrown down for a proxy gateway. And I'm curious if Nina is going to throw down a proxy gateway as the pylon gets scouted. It has been spotted. Ay, ay, ay. MaxPax aware now of the potential for a proxy. Gateway is thrown down. And MaxPax has a defensive Stargate here, I imagine, for a Void Ray. Now we can go one of two ways. We can either make a defensive Void Ray, or we can go for an Oracle to get across the map. There it is. A Void Ray is on the way. Again, Void Rays, they aren't the best units early on defensively. Immortals do trump them when it comes to the value that they bring here against Stalkers. But Void Rays, they aren't a bad unit of choice, especially with shield battery support, as the armies will be dancing with each other. Again, it's a 4-gate blink all in. We have 3 gateways back at home and the 4th gateway across the map. It is all or nothing here for Nina. She attempts to focus down at that shield battery. The Void Ray, though, has arrived, and we can focus down one of the Stalkers. Big overextension from this Void Ray, but it makes it back just in time, and the shield battery will top it up. We'll keep it alive. We can see MaxPax scouting the goal base just in case, making sure that there is no ninja base here from his opponent. Again, a very delicate micro here from MaxPax. He can't afford to lose any of these units, as Nina is looking to snowball out of control. We are up to 9 Stalkers. Oh my god. 9 Stalkers available here from Nina so far. Good control, good stutter stepping. The Void Racer, they are kept alive. Pulling back to the safety of those shield batteries of these cannons. So far, MaxPax, he hasn't lost any units, but neither has Nina. Nina's only lost 1 Stalker so far. Do we have any other production? No more gateways, only that Stargate. That is it. And is that enough? The cyber core under threat. More cannons on the way. Nina trying to get high ground vision is denied it. Does take down the shield battery. Nina, she's slowly getting ground. There we go. She's diving on those void rays, but alas, she cannot break through. Losing 2 more stalkers in the process. Now she's up against 3, now 4 void rays. Depth goes down. Nina, she does take down a cannon at least. Does get the cannon in the end. Cyber core is under threat. Gateway is about to finish up Robo as well. And Nina does threaten to blink into the main base. And we're committing. Overcharge is popped, and we do focus down 1, focus down 2 void rays. It looks like Nina does have enough. She breaks on through. There's only 1 void ray left. I don't think MaxPax can really contend against this. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. The void ray barely survives. Oh my god. MaxPax, he can afford to lose some workers. He holds. He's still up in workers, up in bases. But now down to 1 void ray. I can't believe that the cyber core is still alive, by the way. It's crazy. It's finally gonna go down. And will have to be replaced. As now we can only whoop in zealots. And Nina is gaining ground, building up that. Oh god, no! Bit of a misclick. Miscontrol out of MaxPax, loses the void ray. Ay, ay, ay. And Nina, can she break through? We have the overcharge. Void ray does survive. 1 void ray to defend is enough. This 1 probe has been putting in a lot of work. But now we have a 2nd void ray. Again, Nina is still all in. As time goes on, she's running out of steam. That gateway could end up going down. Ooh, we're actually running out of shield batteries as well. Depth does shade into that mineral line. Taking down some workers, distracting some of the units here of MaxPax. Nina can still pull this off. We are now up to 13 stalkers. And with only 2 void rays, I think Nina's done it. There we go. 1 void ray goes down. Only 1 void ray is left. I do think that Nina, she's been able to build up her stalker count high enough to just break through this. Gets another cannon. Forces the activation of the pulsar beam. Prismatic alignments. That's it. And without it, MaxPax is vulnerable. You can see he's just losing ground. Using pylons, shield batteries, cannons every time. The gateway forces the... Oh, that's pretty huge, actually. Nina can only warp in 3 stalkers at a time now. And the depths do shade into the main base. More workers going down. Here we go. We are committing. We do have 1 shield battery, and oof. Bit of a misstep there from Nina. Taking a lot of damage. We're up to 16 stalkers. We have enough. I believe, Papi. I believe. We're going for some cannons. Going to be bleeding out some stalkers in the process. Forcing the overcharge as well. MaxPax with a limited economy, still just building up that void ray count. Now up to 4. With 4 void rays, it's not so cut and dry, not anymore. That finally goes down, exposes the cannon, cannon falls. Shield battery is out of energy. We don't have an overcharge. not have the overcharge in the end. I like the idea of MaxPax only like activating the pulsar beam of like half of the void rays. Prismatic alignment. What I meant to say. As he is still holding, and this all-in has been going for 10 minutes at this point. Oof. Adepse shade in once again. See MaxPax being forced back, will lose a void ray. Up. Bit of an overextension from Nina, bleeding out more stalkers. Again, it's just still a delicate dance, and you can see that Nina, she has gained a lot of ground here, but the void ray count is back up, and really that's what matters most. We're up to 4 void rays. Good control out of MaxPax, pulling back in time, saving that weakened void ray as well. Oof. And Nina is running out of money back at home. She's running out of mineral patches, running out of steam. The longer this goes on, the better it is for MaxPax. And it's possible that enough time has passed. I mean, these void rays are very low, to be fair. So many of them are in the red. We're even long distance mining at this point. That's all we can do. And a bit premature with that prismatic alignment from MaxPax. You know, can still pull this off. One shot to Stalker. The economy though. The economy. The continued void rays. We're now getting a 5th void ray. And I'm loving the stutter stepping here from these void rays from MaxPax. Overcharge is popped again. Very careful micro. Taking down more units. At this point, I feel like MaxPax is held. This is a void ray. Like it's hard to call just because the reality is that a lot of these void rays are one shot away from going down. Like that's reality. No, the death cuts across the map. No. Workers are going down. Nina barely had an economy to begin with, and now she's on the timer more so than before. As probes are going down one after another. Forced to warp in back at home. Oof. Nina down to 11, 10 probes. The economy almost non-existent at this point. Can barely afford any more warp ins. And this is MaxPax. This is MaxPax. Just slow and steady wins the race. All in, me papi. And he likes it. He likes the all-ins. As again, he's just so well practiced with this, with the void ray control as well. As I say that, loses one, but replaces it. We even have a robo on the way to get into immortal production as well, just to really secure this position and secure the victory. MaxPax is up to 32 workers this entire time. He's been making workers pop. He's been chronoing out probes. Crazy. Hasn't been chronoing the probes, but he has been just making workers this entire time, getting his production going. And his position is just getting stronger and stronger. Now again, MaxPax still can't fight this head on, so he still has to respect it, has to back off. Fight within range of the shield batteries. But again, he can afford to, and yeah, it looks like things just getting out of hand. Overcharge pop. GG gets called, and MaxPax will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the semifinals. GG. GG, well played. Oh my god, that defense was so on a knife's edge. Again, if at any moment 1 or 2 extra Void Rays went down, that could have been it. That could have been game. We saw so many times where MaxPax pulled back and just barely saved those Void Rays on a slither of health. It was impressive, very impressive to see. And again, I feel like that game was a really good example of why MaxPax is so confident going for Gate Expands on every single map, regardless of whether it is safe or isn't safe, just because he is so confident in his ability to defend. So for good reason, he's confident, because he's so damn good at it. GG, well played. Congratulations. And with that, MaxPax does advance on to the semifinals to face off against his Terran opponent. It is going to be MaxPax versus Cure up next.